Alrighty, folks, welcome back to BYD News. We just need to talk about a couple of things. So, BYD was going to enter the Canadian market. Everything looked pretty good. Watch this video.
BYD is preparing to enter the Canadian market. Public documents show BYD has hired lobbyists to advise on market entry, new business establishment, and EV tariffs. BYD is working with Crestview Strategies, a Toronto-based public affairs firm. The company has already...
Alright, and then what happened is Uncle Sam called the Canadian Prime Minister, probably something like this. Yeah, this is Uncle Sam. Yes, sir. Are you with us or without us? Sir, I'm not quite sure what you mean. It's your Uncle Sam, and I'm asking, are you with us or without us? Are you going to tax these electric vehicles coming out of China? Are you with us or without us, son? Yes, sir, we are with you. We shall apply the tariffs also. Watch this vid.
And as trade tensions escalate between China and Western countries, Canada is following the U.S. and the EU's lead in throwing a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles later this year. Our Moon Hae-ryun has the details.
Canada has announced that it will be applying a tariff on imports of Chinese-made electric vehicles over what it says is an unfair advantage for China in the global market. The announcement came on Monday following a meeting between U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau the day before.
We're listening to automakers, we're listening to workers. Shortly, we will be introducing a 100% tariff on Chinese-made electric vehicles and a 25% tariff on Chinese steel and aluminum.
These new tariffs match the levies imposed by the Biden administration and come amid mounting trade tensions between China and countries in the Western Hemisphere. Canada's switch-up in automotive policy to protect domestic car production starts on October 1st, and duties will apply to all EVs imported from China. This includes those made by Tesla, and the announcement resulting in shares dropping by 3%. China is Canada's second largest trading partner, and auto shipments from China surged nearly fivefold year-on-year in 2023 as a result of Tesla's EVs. In a similar case with the European Union, the EU lowered its tariff rate for Tesla in comparison to its rates for other Chinese EV imports. Other than Tesla, leading Chinese EV maker BYD has been trying to enter the Canadian market, establishing a Canadian corporate entity and filing a notice saying that it plans to sell passenger cars in Canada as early as next year. BYD currently sells electric buses in Canada and the US and sells EVs and hybrid cars in Mexico and other Latin American countries. Due to concerns that Chinese automakers could bypass trade restrictions by entering the American market through Mexico, the US is considering ways to block this from happening. The new Chinese EV tariff in the United States, which raises the rate from 25% to 100%, is due to go live from the end of August, while the European Union is set to impose additional tariffs starting in November. Moon Hae-ryun, Arirang News.
And so now, it looks like the U.S. side of it, the tariff has been delayed. All right? I'm going to read this article real quick. All right, and this is from the Global Times. U.S. delay of tariffs on Chinese goods shows domestic opposition. Washington's protectionism to face greater hurdles amid mounting costs, experts say. So, U.S. government decision to once again postpone the announcement of a final determination for additional tariffs on a wide range of Chinese products, including electric vehicles, fully reflected the growing opposition from U.S. businesses and industries, Chinese experts said on Sunday. As the U.S. continues to intensify its crackdown against Chinese products, the cost for U.S. businesses and consumers will continue to increase, which in turn translate into growing criticism of the protectionist U.S. actions. Washington should stop politicizing trade issues and focus on addressing disputes through ongoing talks, experts noticed. The USTR was scheduled to announce the final determination for the hefty tariffs last week, but on Friday delayed the announcement again, Reuters reported on Friday. A USTR spokesman once was quoted by Reuters as saying they would take the final determination public in the coming days. All right, looks like the price for the BYD Hybrid Shark, the most technological truck in the whole world, it looks like it's the price has been linked for the Australian market. Watch this video. I believe it's 68,000 Australian dollars, probably around 46,000 American dollars. Watch this video real quick.
G'day, I'm Paul. Pricing for the new BYD Shark, the plug-in hybrid ute from the Chinese manufacturer, has been leaked by the government. Whoops-a-days, so we've got all of those details now. I'm going to run you through all of that, plus a recap of everything we know so far about the BYD Shark. So we'll get right into it. Now, pricing was leaked on a government running costs website, and the reason I know that this pricing is correct is because they've now taken it down. Whenever they take that stuff down, it's always because someone has complained about it and it shouldn't have been up in the first place, but we managed to get some screenshots, a little bit of video recording of it as well to relay that information to you. So the pricing for the BYD Shark in Mexico, where it's already been revealed and launched, is around the $85,000 mark in Australian dollars. So it's kind of a little bit more expensive than what I thought it was going to be. If you put something like the new Ford Ranger plug-in hybrid into perspective, that's probably going to sit somewhere between Wildtrak and Raptor in terms of pricing, and I thought that BYD would kind of price this around there, but they've actually gone for a much cheaper price. So this is listed at a recommended retail price of $68,000. Now that price, when you add on road costs, according to this government website, comes out to $77,000, just over $77,000. So that includes stuff like your registration, stamp duty, etc., etc. And while this does say that it's for the Shark base, we actually think this is probably going to be for the upper spec model. So that means you're going to get a vehicle with all the fruit potentially for under $80,000 drive away. And I'll recap the specs in a second, but that is
Alrighty, in another market that BYD is doing quite well in is the African market. Watch this video real quick on that area of the market. Okay.
It's the first for the whole of South Africa actually having these electric buses in service carrying passengers every single day. So it's absolutely huge, and obviously there's a lot at stake in terms of making sure that our public transport moves forward sustainably. We're facing a lot of problems with the cost of transport, so we needed to also make sure that it's going to be financially viable, and all of our projections thus far are showing that it's going to really help to mitigate against that unstable fuel price. With BYD, and yes, having 120 buses in the fleet is really going to make a difference, because currently having 3 or 4 in operation, it's given us a lot of data. We've done over 200,000 kilometers worth of testing, but obviously the real proof of the pudding is really in the testing at scale. So we believe that having this 120 buses in the fleet, which would be about 10% of our current fleet, is really going to show us the way forward.
I think there are some BYD buses that's under operation in Shenzhen that have already achieved 1.5 million kilometers in operation. So I think in terms of building trust, it's not only our operation that's in South Africa. BYD is already a #1 EV company in the whole world.
Oh, breaking hours. Yes. Hi. This is Uncle D in Texas. I was wondering if I could talk to Chairman Trump about the Canadian tariff from the BYD Shark.
这就是疯狂的地叔叔吗？这就是不厌鲨鱼卡车的疯狂地叔叔吗？
Yes, I am the uncle, not the crazy uncle. I may a little bit crazy, but
伟大的主席很忙，对不起，第
okay,
一叔
he's
叔。
busy. How about this? I will do my John Dutton accent for you. They're big time Yellowstone fans over there. How about that? Hope y'all enjoy.